family, but this is something you need to sort of develop before any, typically any external investor will not deploy capital in a tech startup if it doesn't have. Now there are exceptions to this rule, but as a general rule, having an MVP is sort of almost a prerequisite to being able to raise private capital or external capital. Now that you have built out, and this is where, of course, you need to have a good CTO or someone who can build out a product for you. Without going idea specific, I can't really talk much about how to be more efficient and more intelligible about this space. But let's say you're building a robotics company, you wouldn't be able to start that unless you have a software engineer or hardware software engineer that allows you to sort of be in the space in the first place. So once you have, let's say, built out an MVP, now you're ready to start fundraising. And while you're beginning to start fundraise, I think it's important for us for some aspiring entrepreneurs, some young entrepreneurs, especially in the audience, to understand some core tenets of what a VC or venture capital investor is looking at, and what are some of the considerations with which they are playing at. They are also entrepreneurs in some way. They raise capital from external investors into their fund and to deploy in the startup landscape, right? So they have some considerations as well. To understand the considerations and the mindset of a VC investor, you have to understand some currently unfolding global trends. These are all referenceable links that you can click on and read underlying articles, but I have been a part of the VC industry for almost 7 years. Some things have changed over the past 24 months or so. Number one, the global VC funding has dropped 45% to 50%, which means that there's less investment available to startup founders in the first place. As this is the reason of increasing inflation globally, the limited partners or LPs, who are individuals or groups that typically invest in a VC fund, they are themselves not able to or not interested in actively investing in venture capital funds. As a result, you see a decline in the global VC funding. Startups that are getting funded nowadays need to prove their value proposition, or they need to have a very solid portfolio of intellectual property patents, or you need to have patents that are completely defensible, globally applicable, are built around a completely novel technology based on unique, tremendous hours and years of research. If you don't have any, proven value proposition, so keep in mind that you might see e-commerce startups and two-sided marketplace or dating apps and like food delivery apps and stuff like that getting less funding these days. Truly high quality AI company will probably get funding in today's climate as well. A truly unique robotic